going to merge caste census, and caste census or caste survey is going to be part of the national census. There is going to be no separate caste survey. Now, this is the reason why this particular announcement is a huge announcement, sir, loaded with political ramification, is the fact that the BJP has been kind of on a back foot as far as caste census is concerned. You know, it started from Bihar, and a couple of other states have also announced their caste census, and they said that one of the big charges which Modi government faced was that the government is afraid of the new caste reality which is emerging, where the OBCs are the new dominant force and they are not getting their due despite their high proportion as far as the caste matrix is concerned. And this is the reason why the government has come up with this decision which has been taken in the Cabinet Committee of Political Affairs, Krishna, is that now caste survey is going to be part of the national census, and it's an extremely important decision which will have huge political ramifications. It'll be interesting to see how the political parties and opposition is going to react to this new announcement. But caste census is something which has been, you know, the government was kind of on a back foot as far as, the political narrative was concerned. It'll be interesting to see, how the opposition parties react to this latest decision which has been taken by the CCPA. Krishna?
And Brijesh, also what would be interesting to know is that when is that next national census, isn't it? It's been more than a decade. The due date has been come and gone as far as the national census is concerned, and this is going to be an even more elaborate process if the caste census is going to be part of the national census.
Oh, absolutely. This will take its due time, and the questions have to be framed to make sure that no caste gets deprived of their position as far as this caste survey is concerned vis-a-vis the national census, and also the fact of the matter that we have already, as you very rightly pointed out, we are already well past the census date. So it'll be interesting to see when the government makes that kind of announcement and when they are going to go for the national census. But what this particular news, which I must admit, it caught everybody by surprise, because ever since the CCS was happening, CCPA was happening, the second CCS after Pahalgam terror attack, everybody was clued in to find out what exactly transpired in these CCPA, CCS meetings attended by the top cabinet ministers, whether any word on Pahalgam was spoken, or about the security preparedness. But nothing of that sort happened, and in came the big political announcement, which is that now caste survey is going to be part of the national survey. Ashwini Vaishnav, Information and Broadcasting Minister, went on to elaborate the fact that that the social structure of the country is quite complex, and this is the reason why they have taken this decision so as to not do a separate caste census, which has all the potential, as per Ashwini Vaishnav, to rupture the fabric of the social fabric of the country. Krishna?
Right. And it just caught everybody by surprise, isn't it? Because even the announcements regarding the highway projects and the one on the sugarcane prices came together. There was two things. He stopped the briefing, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, and then said that any questions on these two. And every single question was about what is the decision by the Cabinet Committee on Security. And then he took a pause and separately announced. And it began as a slamming of the Congress party for conducting the caste survey, so to speak, and not exactly a caste census in specific Congress ruled states, slamming the Congress party, and in fact slamming them by quoting an incident former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, who had in fact asked for a caste census to be a matter of discussion in the Indian Parliament. And from there, it went into a bit of a drama where he finally announced the fact that it will be the government which will conduct the caste census along with the national census. And after that, there was very little questions. In fact, no questions were being entertained.
Well, I think, I was reminded of numerous press conferences of Election Commission which I have attended, and in which all of the press conferences, the Chief Election Commission would start with, narrating out various datas and putting it out front and openly saying that, the reason I am doing this and the last thing which I am going to announce is when the elections will held is because till then you will be forced to cover every single thing which I am saying. And this is exactly what happened today. I think, everybody wanted to know about, what happened in the CCS vis-a-vis the government's response in Pahalgam. Everybody wanted to know the new security measures or countermeasures which are going to be deployed in the state of deployed in Jammu and Kashmir. And in came the caste bomb. And I think, if you look at the body language, he knew, and that is the reason why, when a couple of reporters asked, he said, this is not a press conference, it's a press briefing. And then, he took out, sheets of paper from his pocket and opened it and then started talking about how. And he also made a very important point that, he said that as per article in the Constitution, carrying carrying out census is a responsibility of the central government and not the state government. Thereby making it very clear that the states can do what they want to do. The official one will be what the center does, and therein by the big caste debate, I would say has started with this big announcement by Modi government. Krishna?
Brajesh, we are in the IPL season, so I don't want to use the cliche. We are a googly of all googlies, is what happened with that press briefing, media briefing, not a press conference, media briefing, as Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav. We have our Deputy Managing Editor Kartikeya Sharma also joining us on the broadcast here with us in the studio. Kartikeya, that announcement is going to set off a chain reaction as far as Indian politics is concerned. One of the most debated point, which is, does India need a caste census? And now the answer has come from the government. They said yes, and we will be the ones doing it.
I think there are two things to it. I see it from two different perspectives. The first perspective is the domestic compulsion of politics, because ultimately, after the survey that has been conducted in Bihar, the survey that had been conducted by Congress-run Telangana and the Congress-run Karnataka, the issue was twofold. The constitution debate of Congress had metamorphosed into a debate on caste census. And what was the debate on caste census? The debate was jiski jitni hissedari uski utni bhagidari. So that is one thing. But a lot of people would be thinking as to why did government take this decision to announce caste census when all eyes today are set on Pahalgam, all eyes are set on border. I think government is also trying to shift the discourse from intense debates that are taking place on Kashmir. When yesterday Prime Minister in his meeting, once the meeting was over and through sources it was, the media was informed that the army has been asked to take decisions at a location of their choosing, a time of their choosing, and in their own way, which means that there was a message, Krishna, that army should not be pressurized in context of popular opinion, and the act of aggression, an act of war, or an act of tactical surgical strike, or an act of teaching Pakistan a lesson should be left to the professional soldiers. It should not be influenced by popular opinion, because people are very upset at what has happened in Pahalgam. So I see it very differently. Once there is the politics of this caste census issue, because after the constitution debate, caste census issue was something which was lingering after 2024, which BJP was not able to tackle. But for this decision to be taken by CCPA right now, I would say is also a very thought out decision that focus needs to shift. You see, he took out a page like that. If you look at Ashwini Vaishnav, he said, are the questions over? So everyone said questions are over. Then there were two journalists who asked questions specifically to Odisha. They said, no, it's a caste briefing, my friend. Dost, ye cabinet briefing hai.
Dost, ye press conference nahi hai.
Dost, ye press conference nahi hai. Then he took out the paper and he read it. So I would say, actually this is in a way, political surgical strike. That's what the BJP has done. Because they are trying to change the discourse for right reasons, because intense focus on border, intense focus on military activity, intense focus on things which the government don't want it to be in public domain, because it involves our men in olives, their deployment, in something which they need to do in shadows, was being interfered with rightful reason, because there's anger in the society in context of what's happened in Pahalgam. So I see it in a very broad way what has happened today, because CCS took place, National Security Board got reconstituted, and suddenly you have this paper and you say, we will do the caste census. And what did he say? He said that some governments have done a diligent job, which is to say the skin of Nitish Kumar, because he's got it done. But few did it unprofessionally, which is about Telangana and Siddaramaiah. And for political reasons, that is Telangana and Karnataka. Hence, saying that they encroached on the mandate of the state center, because he said this article 426 is part of the center's list. He didn't say that you shouldn't be doing it. He said, we will get the master census done.
Yes. And from now on, master census means it's the national census plus the caste census. That's what is changing. In a sense, it's a path-breaking move from Europe.
Because Krishna, what was the issue? The issue was every community was saying that this is not us. So the problem with the caste census was that instead of being focused on affirmative action, the caste census became an issue of strength in politics, strength in Vidhan Sabhas of this country, strength in getting political resources. Caste census got removed from its novel aim of welfarism. Caste census was being debated around the idea of, boss, how many tickets are we going to get? If instead of 10%, if we are counted at 8%, that means our representation in Vidhan Sabha is going to go less. So the novel aim of caste census has been affected. It has become like a debate on delimitation or like a language policy. So it's not about learning the diversity. It is about your regional pride. It is about Krishna getting less seats in Lok Sabha, not serving the people. So the debate has got twisted.
Interesting. Stay with us. Stay with us. We have Professor S.K. Singh, Director, IIPS, now joining us on the phone line. Professor S.K. Singh, thank you so much for being with us here on News9. This is a big move. From henceforth, India's central government will be the one that will be conducting a caste census, and that caste census is set to be conducted right alongside the national census.
Hello.
Professor S.K. Singh, if you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you, but voice is very low. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly, sir. We are talking to you at a time.
Absolutely, it's a very welcome decision for the country. We have different sources of caste data, but giving the details as a part of census will be extremely useful for the country in planning of various welfare programs across the country, particularly the emerging issues like NCDs, persons with disability which are staying across different countries. Honorable Prime Minister has already highlighted importance of addressing the concerns, livelihood, of a health, livelihood of the persons with disability across the country. That number is also ranging a lot. That's a growing, that's emerging areas. I'm pretty sure the caste census will add a new dimensions to address the health and health-related quality of life of person with disability, which is in align with our Persons with Disability Act 2016, Rights of Person with Disability Act 2016, passed by Government of India. That is why it's a welcome sign. In addition, various flexi programs, around 35 to 36 welfare programs are going on across the country, and country is benefiting a lot from those programs. And if we are adding a caste dimension in that, socially vulnerable groups can be identified and their rights will be ensured in all flexi programs.
Right, Professor S.K. Singh, stay with us. Let's quickly listen in to what Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw had to say in that media briefing.
कांग्रेस की सरकारों ने आज तक जाति जनगणना का विरोध किया है। आजादी की बाद की सभी जनगणनाओं में जातियों की जनगणना नहीं की गई। 1947 के बाद से अगर देखें हम, वर्ष 2010 में तत्कालीन प्रधानमंत्री दिवंगत डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी ने लोकसभा में आश्वासन दिया था कि जाति जनगणना पर कैबिनेट में विचार किया जाएगा। तत्पश्चात एक मंत्रिमंडल समूह का भी गठन किया गया था, ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, जिसमें अधिकांश राजनीतिक दलों ने जाति आधारित जनगणना की संस्तुति की थी। इसके बावजूद कांग्रेस की सरकार ने जाति जनगणना के बजाय एक सर्वे कराना ही उचित समझा। उस सर्वे को सभी SECC के नाम से जानते हैं। इस सब के बावजूद कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन के दलों ने जाति जनगणना के विषय को केवल अपने राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए उपयोग किया। जनगणना का विषय संविधान के अनुच्छेद 246 की केंद्रीय सूची की क्रम संख्या 69 पर अंकित है। यह केंद्र का विषय है। हालांकि कई राज्यों ने सर्वे के माध्यम से जातियों की जनगणना की है। जहां कुछ राज्यों ने यह काम सुचारू रूप से संपन्न किया है, वहीं कुछ अन्य राज्यों ने राजनीतिक दृष्टि से और गैर पारदर्शी ढंग से सर्वे किया है। इस प्रकार के सर्वे से समाज में भ्रांति फैली है। इन सभी स्थितियों को ध्यान में रखते हुए और यह सुनिश्चित करते हुए कि हमारा सामाजिक ताना बाना राजनीति के दबाव में न आए, जातियों की गणना एक सर्वे के स्थान पर मूल जनगणना में ही सम्मिलित होनी चाहिए। इससे यह सुनिश्चित होगा कि समाज आर्थिक और सामाजिक दृष्टि से मजबूत होगा और देश की प्रगति भी निर्बाध चलती रहेगी। आज दिनांक 30/4/2025 के दिन प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में राजनीतिक विषयों की कैबिनेट समिति ने यह निर्णय लिया है कि जातियों की गणना को आने वाली जनगणना में सम्मिलित किया जाए। यह इस बात को दर्शाता है कि वर्तमान सरकार देश और समाज के सर्वांगीण हितों और मूल्यों के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। जैसे कि पहले भी जब समाज के गरीब वर्गों को 10% आरक्षण का प्रावधान किया गया, तब भी समाज के किसी घटक में तनाव उत्पन्न नहीं हुआ था। Friends, I will read this statement in English. Congress governments have always opposed caste census. Caste was not included in all the census operations conducted since independence. In 2010, then Prime Minister late Dr. Manmohan Singh ji had assured the Lok Sabha that the matter of caste census should be considered in the cabinet. A group of ministers was formed to consider this subject. Most of the political parties had recommended caste census. Despite this, Congress government decided to conduct only a survey of caste instead of a caste census. That survey is known as SECC. It is well understood that Congress and its Indie alliance partners have used caste census only as a political tool. As per Article 246 of the Constitution of India, the subject census is listed at 69 in the Union list in 7th schedule. According to Constitution of India, census is a union subject. Some states have conducted surveys, I am repeating the word, surveys to enumerate castes. Some states have done this well, while some others have conducted such surveys purely from a political angle in a non-transparent way. Such surveys have created doubts in the society. Considering all these facts and to ensure that our social fabric is not disturbed by politics, caste enumeration should be transparently included. I am emphasizing the word transparently included in the census instead of surveys. This will strengthen the social and economic structure of our society while the nation continues to progress. Under the leadership of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, the Cabinet Committee of Political Affairs has decided today, that is 30th April 2025, that caste enumeration should be included in the forthcoming census. This demonstrates that our government is committed to the values and interests of our society and country. Like in the past, when our government had introduced 10% reservation for the economically weaker sections of the society without causing any stress in any section of the society.
So that was the briefing, the media briefing of Union and Minister Ashwini Vaishnav. Big announcement coming in. It's a big breaking story here on News9. We have our Deputy Managing Editor Karthikeya Sharma with us in the studio. We have our input editor Brijesh Pandey with us from our newsroom. Brijesh, what a surprise that was, and how it's going to change. What is the top of mind discourse amongst Indians from here on? If Kashmir and Pahalgam was on top of their minds, that's the reason why I guess something like this one is what Karthikeya is alluding to. It's trying to, switch the narrative, so to speak.
Well, this is definitely an attempt to switch the narrative, but I don't think that the narrative of Pahalgam and all is going to be sidetracked by this important announcement which has been made by Information and Broadcasting Minister. I think what it will further lead is, a more cacophony of, seeking credit for forcing the government to take this particular action. We've already seen a couple of tweets by Congress leaders who have went on to say that basically this is a victory of Rahul Gandhi and how he has gone and emphasized about caste census in the last couple of years, which has forced Modi government to take this decision. There's a likelihood of a Congress press conference on this. So I don't think that this is going to sidetrack what happened in Pahalgam, and also, that the government will have a smooth sail as far as taking credit is concerned. But yes, what it did is that, for a change, that what was supposed to be a prime time discussions in all newsroom and news channels, I think, suddenly caste is the big elephant in the room, and it's a very, very important decision, very, very important announcement which has been made by the Information and Broadcasting Minister, emphasizing that, that this caste census or the national census is something which falls within the prerogative of the central government, and there's no way out of it.
Prajesh, stay with us. We have Pramod Tiwari of the Congress Party and Ajay Alok of the BJP now joining us here on the broadcast. Ajay Alok जी, हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मैं सिर्फ यही पूछना चाहूंगा कि इस फैसले के पीछे कारण क्या है और इस वक्त ये फैसला लेने की जरूरत क्या है?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि सारे काम एक साथ चलते रहते हैं. Everything goes together, and this was already in the pipeline. This was already in the pipeline because Rohini Commission report, when it was submitted, it clearly mentioned that we have to have the caste census. Then only everything can be done. And Rohini Commission report was submitted to the President way back in 2023. So this was already in the line and government was going to do it. But here are some people who are thumping their chest that because of the pressure we did it. So for those fools, please go and read the Rohini Commission report, which already said that without caste census, it cannot be done. And government was very serious in implementing Rohini Commission recommendations. So this happened. And congratulations to Modi government. And now after in independent India, first time the caste census is going to happen with a credibility. It's not like 2011.
Right. Stay with us, Ajay Alok ji. We also have Pramod Tiwari of the Congress Party. Pramod Tiwari, you heard that. It's very clear that the government has been trying to do this ever since the Rohini Commission report came out. So in that sense, there is not a reaction to some external pressure as is being claimed by the Congress Party. Mr. Pramod Tiwari.
मैं सिर्फ इतना कहना चाहता हूं, आज कांग्रेस के उस संघर्ष की जीत हुई है जब सरकार को जातिगत जनगणना के लिए स्वीकृति देनी पड़ी है, निर्णय लेना पड़ा है. अब सवाल ये है, इंतजार करना होगा. क्या महिलाओं के आरक्षण की तरह इसमें भी एक लंबी समय इंतजार करना पड़ेगा? मैं चाहता हूं ओवर ड्यू है, तत्काल जातिगत जनगणना शुरू की जाए और जातिगत जनगणना शुरू होने के बाद सभी दलों के साथ बैठक करके निर्णय ले लिया जाए कि क्या रिसोर्सेज हैं और क्या उसका इस्तेमाल आगे हो और किस आधार पर हो. तो मैं इतने कह सकता हूं कि इस तरह वातावरण इस समय ऐसा बना हुआ है कि कोई न कोई ऐसा निर्णय लेना था.
नमस्ते प्रमोद जी, नमस्ते. कार्तिकेय बोल रहा हूँ स्टूडियो से. प्रमोद जी नमस्ते, कार्तिकेय बोल रहा हूँ स्टूडियो से. मैं आपसे एक चीज पूछना चाहता हूँ. वैष्णव जी ने एक चीज बोली थी और उन्होंने कहा था कि कांग्रेस की सरकारों ने ठीक तरीके से मतगणना नहीं कराई, जाति मतगणना नहीं कराई अपने शासित राज्यों में. आपका क्या कहना है?
देखिए, केंद्र का विषय है. केंद्र को ही जो जनगणना जातिगत होगी उससे ही पूरे देश का नीति निर्धारण होगा, कदम उठाया जाएगा. अब जो हमारे साथ थे नीतीश बाबू, उन्होंने कराई थी. कर्नाटक के बारे में ये है. तो हम जहाँ हैं बहुत कम जगहों पे यूं हैं. सवाल ये एक नेशनल इशू है, सारे राष्ट्र की नीति का सवाल है, राष्ट्रीय नीति का सवाल है. तो इनको राष्ट्र को ही निर्णय लेना पड़ेगा और इसके आगे के भी जो निर्णय है वो राष्ट्र को ही लेना पड़ेगा.
Right. Ajay Alok ji, if you're with us still, I have to ask a simple, straightforward question. When Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav took to the stage today, the expectations were completely different on what he was going to announce and what eventually came out. In fact, he made a couple of announcements, took a pause asked for questions, and then finally announced this big story that from now on it will be the central government that will be conducting the caste census, and that will be conducted alongside the national census. Ajay Alokji, the question here is that there has been expectations of when the government will announce a date for the national census. We still don't know that.
Well, it is going to be announced that it has already been proposed that in 2029 we have a 33% reservation for the women, and for that we need this caste census anyway. By 2030 everything will be done. But I really feel pity about the Congress party. Caste census, jatiya janganna, khatta, all gone in vain. And now, poor fellow, what he will do? Really need to ponder about that.
What would you tell those who say that at the end of the day, all said and done, this announcement came now because of sustained pressure that has been built over the few months?
Let them assume that अपने मुंह में हम शू बनने दीजिए. किसने मना किया है?
अजय जी, एक सवाल मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ. Kartikeya from the studio. A lot of people are saying from the Congress party, sir, that the issues we took up in the elections of 2024 Lok Sabha, which is constitution, Samvidhan Bachao, and the caste issue, jiski jitni hissedari uski utni bhagidari, it has forced the hand of the Prime Minister. Do you agree? Disagree,
Not
sir?
at all. Not at all. Let them live under the illusion it helps us. But the caste census is going to be a reality now. And it was always a reality the day Rohini Commission report was submitted to the President and it was approved by the Cabinet. So the caste census was on cards. If the pool don't believe in realities, let them live in illusion.
प्रमोद तिवारी जी, बीजेपी ये कह रही है कि जिस दिन रोहिणी कमीशन रिपोर्ट निकली उस दिन से गवर्नमेंट का वो फैसला शुरू हो गया कि मतलब यही करने वाले हैं. ये कोई बाहरी प्रेशर की वजह से नहीं हुआ है.
और क्या कह सकते हैं वो? आप उनसे क्या उम्मीद करते हैं? क्या वो ये कहेंगे कि चारों तरफ से जनता का दबाव था, उनकी अपनी भी सूचना यही थी, इसका एक नेगेटिव असर पड़ रहा है, अगर हम नहीं करेंगे तो उससे बचने के लिए एनीवे हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का अपना स्टैंड होता है. हमें इस बात का संतोष है कि हम इसकी मांग कर रहे थे, इसके लिए आंदोलनरत थे, दबाव बना रहे थे, और हमारी मांग मौजूदा सरकार को कम से कम सिद्धांत रूप से स्वीकार करनी पड़ी.
प्रमोद तिवारी जी, अभी नाउ दैट अभी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट करने वाली है ये कास्ट सेंसस नेशनल सेंसस के साथ, अभी और आर्गुमेंट करने के लिए, चर्चा करने के लिए बात रही नहीं.
मैं आपसे फिर कह रहा हूं महिलाओं का आरक्षण क्या निर्णय लेने के बाद भी लागू हो पाया? तो आने दीजिए ना, जल्दी क्या है? जो मेरे मन में सवाल था मैंने उसे बता दिया. अब आगे जहां तक सवाल है, आइए इंतजार करते हैं. हमारी ये पहली जीत है, पहले कदम पर हम जीत गए हैं कि हम जो मांग कर रहे थे उसे सरकार ने स्वीकार कर लिया है. तो मैं तो पूरा अधिकार है मुझे अपने इंडिया गठबंधन के सारे कार्यकर्ताओं को बधाई देने का कि जिसके लिए आप संघर्षरत थे वो मांग को सरकार को पूरी करना पड़ा. अभी तो हम इतना ही कह सकते हैं ना, और वही कह रहे हैं.
It looks like both the BJP and the Congress party are claiming that at the end of the day, the Congress party claiming that this would not have happened without the pressure built up by the Congress party, where the BJP is saying that from the time the Rohini Commission report came, it was always on the cards.
चलिए, ठीक है, thank you.
Right, Brijesh can't hear us at the stage. We will take this across to Ajay Alok of the BJP, who's with us. Ajay Alok, you will know that many will like to take credit for this particular outcome, but it is a path-breaking decision that is being taken. Right, we don't have Ajay Alok with us, so we have Brijesh Pandey with us. Brijesh, we just heard the representatives of both the Congress and the BJP speaking on expected lines. The Congress party claiming, saying the fact that this is an outcome because of the pressure that we have built up, and the BJP saying the fact that from the time the Rohini Commission report was put out and submitted to the President, it was always on the cards.
Well, I think, both were playing, as you just said, that on expected lines. What would you want Congress to say? The fact of the matter still remains that, yes, Congress, especially Rahul Gandhi, has been extremely aggressive when it came to caste census, and he's been talking about caste census a lot in the last couple of years. I think, a lot also changed in the BJP strategic decision-making process after 2024, when the result didn't went their way of what they thought so. And that is the reason why, there's a lot of change. And this particular decision by government, which has been taken right now today. I think, I agree with Karthikeya when he says that, this is a decision which is a historic decision, of course, but is also aimed at deflect the kind of attention which is going on as far as, what is happening in Pulwama, how quickly are we going to attack Pakistan, and all of these kind of, questions which is asked by, not by even by journalists, but also by the BJP ecosystem, the followers, leaders, everybody wants to know how we are going to present a very strong, personality of a leader to the people at large. And that is the reason why this did came as a deflection and as a huge shock as far as, people who have been following CCS and CCPA since morning. But I think, this particular decision, the opposition will also aggressively counter the narrative which is going to be put forth by the government. Because, if you look at the last year and a half, 2 years of conversation, in fact, the survey, the only survey which Ashwani Vaishnav was alluding to, which he kind of meant that it was carried in a scientific way, was something which was done by Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, and this was done when Nitish Kumar was not part of NDA. So I'm saying that, that politics and compulsion of politics also changes a lot of things, and that is the reason why, the survey or the census done by the Congress party in Telangana and Karnataka were unscientific, whereas the one which was done by, Nitish Kumar is most scientific. I think there was a lot of pressure, definite lot of pressure on the government of India as far as this caste census is concerned. They have come out with a googly, but I don't think that they will be allowed to, or the opposition is going to let go of the narrative of the BJP that, they are the one, that this was always on the pipeline and they are the one who have introduced it. The opposition is not going to, allow that to happen. We had initially heard that Jairam Ramesh is going to speak, but now we know that leader of opposition and, former Congress President Rahul Gandhi is going to address a press conference at 7. So the way the government has gone about it, I think, the Congress party and the NDA alliance is also going to go big as far as holding press conferences and press home the point that this entire decision by the cabinet was taken under the pressure initiated by Congress and NDA alliance rather than anything else. So I think both sides are going to go play very strong and very aggressive as far as appropriating this particular decision is concerned. Krishna?
Right. Brijesh, stay with us. We have Abhishek Jha of the JDU now joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek Jha, thank you so much for being with us. Tell us what your first thoughts on this decision, this big announcement by the central government.
This is really a very great and remarkable decision by the central cabinet, and this was really awaiting decision as well. As you all know that our leader, Honorable Nitish Kumar ji, and our party, JDU, has raised this issue on various platforms, whether it be giving proposals in the Assembly of Bihar or just building confidence in every party by conducting all-party meeting or presenting this issue in front of the central government or the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister. Nitish Kumar ji made so many efforts. We believe that this should have happened earlier, but still there is a proverb in Hindi, "Der aaye lekin durust aaye." As far as Bihar is concerned, we have already conducted caste survey here. And it's like a role model in the entire nation, but we are very delighted and we are very happy that the central government has now taken a decision and considered this issue as very important issue. There will be a very significant and positive impact on the people of this nation from this decision.
Right, Abhishek Jha, many would question the timing of this decision. Many would say the government's hand was forced because, so many states did, so many Congress-ruled states, Telangana, Karnataka, doing their own caste surveys, and, eventually to bring the narrative back within its control, the government had to take this decision.
See, if Congress would have been firm in this aspect, they got great opportunities. They were in power in the center for a very long time. They could have taken this decision very earlier. When they were in power, they could not do it properly. They did not have that courage to take such firm decision. But now they are in opposition. They are just raising this issue so as to serve their politics. But today we are happy. We don't want to waste our emotions and energy in this dirty politics. We are concerned with our various things, and so whatever they want to say, they can say, but we strongly stand in favor of this decision, and we thank the central government for this.
Brijesh Pandey is with us on the broadcast. Brijesh, you have a question for Mr. Jha.
Well, yes, I wanted to ask Mr. Jha that, that the first rally which happened post Pahalgam attack, it was in Bihar. And the Prime Minister, sent a message to the entire world in that particular rally. Today's caste census or decision to, merge caste survey with the national census. Do you think that all this is being done just aiming at the Bihar election and the process which was first started by Nitish Kumar when he was with the India Alliance?
We always say that कुछ लोग मुद्दों की पॉलिटिक्स करते हैं और कुछ लोग पॉलिटिक्स के लिए मुद्दे बनाते हैं. We are concerned with our issues and we do not mingle it with politics. When anything is concerned with the benefit of this nation or benefit of the state, benefit of the people, we firmly put our demand in front of our own government also. So our opposition can question about the timing of any decision which is made by the central government. We cannot stop them from it. They have the democratic rights to raise their questions. But we believe that this decision is not regarding any election. And if anyone tries to put such narrative, then in any year there is election in any of the states of this nation. Then they can correlate it that this decision is taken by the central government so as to affect the election of any state. Overall, when our opposition leaders make such comments, it signifies that they are under confidence regarding any elections. They do think that if central government is taking any good decision or any decision which affects the people, they are going to get an edge. India is going to get an edge. It seems as if they are under confidence, and it's like the first win for us.
Right, Abhishek Jha of the JDU there joining us for that big story breaking here on News9, and we're going to wrap things up as we've completely run out of time over here. Brijesh Pandey there joining us as well for that big story. Thank you, Brijesh, for being with us on the broadcast. The national census will now include the caste census. That's the big announcement by Union. And the Minister Ashwini Vaishnav post the cabinet meeting. And with that, we are taking a short break here on the news. Time for me, Krishna Kumar, to sign off. Keep it with News9.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News9. English news as it should.
Smash your way to glory at the News9 Corporate Badminton Championship. Get ready for the ultimate badminton showdown. News9 presents the biggest corporate championship, a battle of skill, speed and supremacy. Cash prize of 6 lakh rupees across categories. Venue, Pulela Gopichand Badminton Academy, Hyderabad. Dates, May 9th to May 11th. A chance to showcase your talent and make a mark. The court is set. Are you ready? Register now.
Presenting sponsor, Srinidhi University. Kindle the light within. Venue partner, Pulela Gopichand Badminton Academy, Hyderabad.
What a save! What a save!
I need expert savings. I need my career.
एंटरटेनमेंट आज दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी इंडस्ट्री में से एक है.
There's a new world coming. We could take advantage of that.
Channel your passion into purpose.
We are going to prevail. Life never stops to surprise me.
We are going to own our culture 100%.
वक़्फ़ में एक भी नॉन मुस्लिम नहीं आएगा.
Waqf bill was passed by Rajya Sabha. Opposition parties had challenged the legislation in the Supreme Court. what is the biggest challenge of Amit Shah in Tamil Nadu? Can Mohammad Yunus be trusted because he met Prime Minister Modi? World will come to know, India will come to know who were his handlers. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee met thousands of teachers and educators. Tharoor said that it took 21 months for Bharatiya Janata Party to impose president rule in the state.
In the age of OTT platforms, to watch or not to watch? That's the question. Because you are what you watch. It's our review, but your choice to skip it or stream it. Hello and welcome. I'm Krishna Kumar. This is Skip It, Stream It.
Bharat welcomes the world to a new era of creativity. Waves, World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit. Connecting creators through Creatosphere. Wave Accelerator. Waves Bazaar.
Where stories, ideas and content go global.
Connecting countries through global media dialogue and Bharat Pavilion.
Shaping narratives and partnerships. Culture, cinema, gaming. Waves fuels the next wave of entertainment.
Connecting creators, connecting countries. Waves 2025.
Every brand tells a story. And they are the storytellers. The Sutradhars. They present a brand with band, baja and barat to you. They are the Brandwala.